2024 was a massive year for anime, right? Hit after hit, and somewhere in the chaos, one of the weirdest, most hilarious, and unexpected heartfelt gems. Dandadan. From its absolutely bonkers concept to that opening that lives rent-free in our heads, this show quickly became unforgettable. And now, with a movie and season 2 under the way, there's no better time to rewind and relive the insanity of season 1. The story starts off with two high school students, Momo Ayase and Ken Takakura, soon to be known as Okarun. They're arguing about their beliefs. Momo is all about the supernatural, while Okarun believes in aliens. So, like any normal teen, they decide to put their theories to the test. Momo explores an abandoned hospital said to be frequented by aliens, while Okarun explores an abandoned tunnel, rumored to be haunted, because obviously that's how you settle debates. Momo ends up encountering extraterrestrials with a horrifying goal, harvesting human reproductive organs. That's right, our banana organs. Meanwhile, Okarun meets Turbo Granny, a foul-mouthed yokai who gives off major cursed grandma energy. Both get caught up in an insane confrontation, but somehow survive. Okarun isn't so lucky. He ends up being cursed by Turbo Granny and loses his precious jewels. The two regroup at Momo's house, trying to make sense of what just happened. But before they can get a grip, they're attacked by the Flatwoods monster, an alien linked to Momo's first encounter. Momo and Okarun manage to take it down somehow, but not without consequences. Momo passes out and Okarun loses control under Turbo Granny's influence. Just as things seem really bad, Momo's badass grandma, Seiko Ayase, shows up and saves the day with her old school spiritually skills. Seiko drops some lore about Turbo Granny and suggests the most unconventional exorcism plan ever, a game of tag. After some bizarre but effective training, Momo and Okarun return to the tunnel to take on Turbo Granny for round 2. Turbo messes with them, but Momo lays out the rules of their tag challenge, including the stakes. Things escalate into full-on chaos when Turbo turns into a snake-like form and her giant crab buddy joins the fight. This anime is so damn weird. The chase crashes into a subway because, of course, why not? But fortunately for them, and thanks to Momo's psychic powers and Seiko's talisman, they manage to defeat Turbo. Well, sort of. Afterwards, they visit a gravesite near the tunnel where many girls had tragically died. Seiko suggests that Turbo may have been protecting their spirits in her own twisted way. Things calm down briefly and we get back to a bit of school life, including Okarun awkwardly revealing his, royal jewels are missing. You guessed it, Turbo Granny cursed this poor guy to death. She literally stole his balls. Who knew that this story would revolve around some guy's donger getting stolen? Oh my god. Back at Momo's place, they perform a sort of ritual to track them down. They end up summoning a possessed cat doll, which turns out to be Turbo Granny again. She admits to hiding in Okarun's body to avoid exorcism, and she tries to tell him to kill Ayase. But then Okarun undergoes a wild transformation again because it seems her power is stuck inside him somehow. Seiko realizes this and lets him know that he inherited Turbo's power due to her desperancy to escape. And is desperancy a word? Momo, ever the dealmaker, negotiates with Turbo Granny for a ceasefire for now. This is where Turbo explains that Okarun's golden balls aren't just a vital part of his body. They're powerful spiritual artifacts filled with life energy. She got that damn right. Meanwhile, Seiko decides to investigate their whereabouts while Momo and Okarun try to return to normal life. At school, Momo discovers someone's been spreading some nasty rumors about her. That someone? Aira Shiratori. Turns out, Aira's bitter because Momo humiliated her when she made fun of Okarun. And then things got worse. Aira pulls out one of Okarun's golden balls, claiming she's a chosen savior, and this is her artifact. She found the ball during the train fight with Turbo, and she believes that it's awakened her spiritual powers. She accuses Momo of being some kind of demon and lures her to a warehouse where she and her friends launch a full-on ambush. Just when things couldn't get more bizarre, a mysterious woman appears, who claims to be Aira's mother and then proceeds to devour Momo, Okarun, and Aira. No, really. She eats them. She eats them all. Momo ignites Aira's cross to burn Silky's hair, forcing her to spit them out. After a wild chase, Momo and Okarun finally defeat Silky, but Aira's on the verge of death. Well, she's already dead. Silky, now in a calmer state, tells them to link her aura to Aira's for her to save her. In a heartbreaking flashback and one of the greatest episodes known to man, we learn about Silky and that she was once a single mother living in poverty. She spent the last of her money to buy a dress for her daughter and was punished by debt collectors who assaulted her, kidnapped her child, and because she was overwhelmed with grief, Silky took her own life. Horrific. But her spirit lingered, and a young Ira, seeing the ghost, mistook her for her own dead mother. This small moment gave Silky purpose, leading to a twisted yokai form obsessed with Ira. After Momo and Silky perform their aura ritual, Ira awakens. She awakens to the sight of Silky deteriorating into nothing. Turbo explains that Silky is heading towards the void, a fate reserved for spirits with lingering regrets. In a heartfelt moment, Ira walks up and hugs Silky, promising to never forget her. Silky fades away, finally at peace. And I must say, these particular episodes were pretty amazing. Color spectrum wise, fight wise, choreography, everything. It was just really damn good. Turbo Granny was a badass even though she was pretty cruel and I loved every minute of this weird ass anime. Later that evening, Momo and Ira argue during dinner. Meanwhile, Okarun explains to Ira why he saved her, but Ira interprets his kindness as a sign that he's under Momo's control and begin to develop feelings for him. The next day at school, Momo is shocked to find Okarun looming over Ira's body. Okarun insists that it was just a misunderstanding, but Momo refuses to listen. The tension builds when Ira screams, and the two find themselves face to face with a new threat, a being called Mr. Mantis Shrimp. Simultaneously, Momo discovers a giant aquatic dinosaur, Nessie, roaming around the hallways. As Okarun protects Ira from the shrimp, Serpo aliens reappear and trap them in a mysterious void space, revealing their goal of stealing Okarun's power. Ira finally transforms into her acrobat Silky form to help fight. She gets this form because of the whole episodes before with Acro Silky. You know, whenever a demon spirit touches you, you get their powers. That's how it works. Freaking anime logic. Unfortunately for her, she and Okarun soon find themselves caught in the Serpo's so-called awesome zone, whatever the hell that is. Just when things look grim, Momo bursts in to free them. And in the chaos that follows, 2 Serpos are taken out, but the insanity peaks when Nessie, the shrimp, and the remaining Serpo merge into one abomination. The trio manages to defeat the monster, though not without embarrassment since their clothes were ripped off in the battle. And like I said, anime logic, they're found running through the halls in their underwear where the girls are. Okarun is full on naked, while baffled students look on. You can't beat the rumors now, guys. And the threesome at school, damn, all nasty. But I mean, come on, if you rewatch the episode, you can kind of see that Okarun's... After the madness, the team gathers to piece together what the heck's going on. Okarun shares his theory that the aliens aim to invade Earth, but the yokai and spiritual forces inhabit the planet and they stand in their way. So the aliens want the human reproductive organs, yes, their banana organs, to develop new technology so that they can neutralize the yokai. Meanwhile, Ira comes clean to her classmates about the recent rumors about Momo and letting them know that they weren't true and such. Funny how she's being her real self here and these people still idolize her. I don't know, pink-haired girls are weird. While Momo and Ira hash things out outside, Mr. Mantis Shrimp reappears. He joins them at Momo's home and explains his tragic backstory. He travels the world, universe, intergalactic space station, working odd jobs to support his sick child, who requires a specific type of blood to survive. Before he leaves for his next gig, Seiko hands him a glass of milk, which turns out to be exactly the blood he needs for his child. In classic Seiko fashion, she even secures him a cow from a local farmer to take home. Poor fucking cow, goddamn it. Shrimp is overwhelmed with gratitude and leaves with the cow, moving on to the next chapter in his life. See what I did there? See what oh my god, what am I doing with my life? Just as things start to settle down, Gigi and Onji. It's Enjoji, I'm sorry. Oh my god, I'm having way too much fun with this. Momo's childhood friend and former crush shows up, adding a new layer of awkwardness, and this dude's ripped. Okarun and Ira awkwardly excuse themselves from Ayase's home, and Seiko informs Momo that Gigi's parents are hospitalized, so he'll be staying here with them. While helping with the chores, Gigi confesses to Momo that he can see spirits and a strange monster has been haunting his home, possibly responsible for his parents' illness. He says that he's hired spiritual mediums to help, but they all either failed or died trying. One finally recommended Seiko. But Seiko's powers does not work outside of her own domain, so she promises that Momo will volunteer for the job and help. Momo reluctantly agrees, especially after Seiko promises to fulfill a fashion-related request in return. Meanwhile, Okarun grows a little anxious about Momo and Gigi's connection and them spending a lot of time together. Maybe they'll end up developing feelings for each other, and then he'll lose his chance to confess his love for her and show her that he can truly protect her. While Momo and Gigi chat, Okarun wanders off and soon finds himself face to face with a walking anatomical model named Taro. Taro bolts towards Gigi and Momo, prompting Momo to grab him with her powers while Okarun transforms and joins the chase. They track him to a junkyard where they witness him professing his love to another atomical model named Hana. And if you think this took a weird freaking turn, yeah, I mean, it's a weird anime. In a surprisingly wholesome turn, Okarun convinces Seiko to let Hana stay at her place so that Taro can visit her from time to time. Seiko agrees and dinner resumes at Ayase's house. Momo invites Okarun to join her and Gigi on their trip to Gigi's home, so Okarun decides to try and lighten the mood and tells a silly Tsuchinoko story, followed by Gigi's own crazy version. While Okarun doesn't fully accept Gigi yet, he's beginning to realize that, hey, this guy's not so bad. He's shredded. At Gigi's rural home, the group explores the eerie environment. Gigi shares some detail about his father's work and why his family moved here. Momo senses that the spirits are hiding due to the low energy and heads up to the hot springs, leaving Okarun to keep an eye on Gigi. While the boys argue about their feelings for Momo, they start noticing a bizarre phenomena around the house. Meanwhile, Momo discovers that the hot springs are co-ed just as a group of pervy men burst in. I think they're aliens. As they harass her, Gigi and Okarun find a suspicious area on the house and open a hidden hole in the wall. The season ends on a chilling cliffhanger of the boys peering through the opening and discovering the walls are plastered with unsettling papers, evidence that something dark is lurking beneath the surface. And just like that, season 1 of Dandadan wraps up with aliens, spirits, yokai romance, anatomic models in love, and a horror twist that leaves everyone wanting more. This was an amazing first season. It was weird, yeah. Each episode was filled with pretty much brand new adventure or something crazy happening, and I'm here for it. I love the pretty colors. Call me a Neanderthal 8-brained monkey, I don't care. Just show me the pretty colors, screaming, and people just being crazy, you know? But all in all, let me know what you thought about season 1 and what you're expecting for season 2. No spoilers in the comments. And leave a like on your way out. Thank you again for joining me, V Nation. Peace out, stay safe out there. Bye.